All right, the final analysis video for the weekend, dated today's date, which is Sunday, the 23rd of March, 2014. What we'll be doing is just taking a look at these remaining 8 symbols. I did address Berkshire Hathaway in an earlier video, so I do believe that was the first of these 3 sort of individual trade analysis updates. So what I'll do for you now anyway is we'll start with DAL, and we'll work our way down the list until we finish with TJX, or the ticker symbol TJX. DAL, Delta Airlines, is still remaining in that bullish trend. You can see that we're just simply moving along with those exponential moving averages really nicely. You can see that that 50 exponential has been a really good buying sort of entry really since September 2013, and we're getting very close to that buying entry again. So what I'm going to do straight away is bring down this bullish trigger and bring it down to about $34.27 a share. At this point, I do think price is going to stabilize here. It is an old resistance, which is going to act as new support. And I also have that bearish entry set up at 31.43 in case we decide to break down bearish. So let me just see what happened. Well, what a good way to start this analysis video. Let me just duplicate this and bring it up. I lost the bullish entry right about here, 34.33, 34.26. Really good opportunity to enter on the rebuy. And again, if we break below that 50, 31.43, moving on down to, let me just get this target for you so you can see where it will be, about $30 a share or $29.50. That's a really good risk reward trade setup on DAL. Ticker symbol F is Ford Motor Company. Now this has been set up from last week. We had a $15 entry, a $14.96 bearish entry. We didn't see that trigger, which is fine, but what we do have is a bearish engulfing at a resistance level, and we could be finding rejection at that 50 for the second time in a row. So you want to ask yourself the question, where can I place this individual trade entry? Now 1496 is really conservative. It's a really great entry for swing trades, but I wouldn't call you crazy if you wanted to move up a bearish entry to about $15.31 a share. We are at a resistance level right here. We are at that 50. We are getting the sentiment change with this bearish candlestick right here, and we could be setting up again a little bit of a double top, even though it's not in the right location. It's the basic sort of sentiment shift which takes place at these things which we call pivot points. So I'm going to leave this 15.31 entry as well. Then you can re-add to positions down here at 14.96, ultimately trading down to $14.50 a share. Let's move into GT. This is the Goodyear tire company. And it's really been doing nothing. It's simply just been retracing into these exponentials. It's been in a little bit of a resting period. We have had this 29.19 bullish entry set up for quite a few weeks now. I'm going to actually bring it down to 27.87. So this is going to be the first entry. On the bearish side, I mean, I really want to bring down an entry below the 50, but we have that rising trend line, which is going to be a problem. Then we have a support. So there's no real bearish setup on GT at the moment, or the Goodyear tire company. It's simply just waiting for the next move higher, and that's really going to come in about $27.87 a share. Another share which triggered last week was HPQ. We had a 30.85 bullish entry and we had a 28.54 bearish entry. Traded up to resistance about $32 a share. Liquidated, pardon me, our positions on Thursday with that shooting star candlestick, or an automatic entry to trigger out of the position anyway. So I mean, HPQ, let it reset, let it get some more sort of price data, some more candlestick data to work with before we reset the trade up bullishly, or even set the trade up bearishly to capture that sort of bearish swing down if in fact it does occur. LVS, very close to triggering on the bearish side this time, so I'm going to move this down just a little bit just to make sure price confirms. 79.77 is a really good entry to the downside. If that does occur, we'll be trading down to about $76 a share. So I'm going to bring this down for you just so you can see my target. $77.40, looking really good. This will be a very quick trade if in fact the market moves bearish this week. If not, we have this 84.99 bullish entry right above these swing highs over here, which is going to be just as nice. NSC, this is a trade which we've been in and it hasn't really worked out too well. It is a bullish, or sorry, not a bullish position. It is a bullish position, but it is a profitable position, but not really the type of move that we expected. Sure, we've built in about $1.50 of intrinsic value into our call options, but it's just not too great. It's not really the return we were looking for. So what I've done, that's our initial entry there. I've moved up our exit to 96.09. We probably will get liquidated out of this position on Monday. We do have a nice bearish engulfing pattern, and this generally, what this generally means is that we get some downside movement anyway in the stock price after we get a bearish engulfing pattern. So this one is a wait and see. lock your profit in, have a stop, but who knows, we could gap up on Monday, we could continue bullishly. Time will tell. So there we go. Oracle I addressed in a previous video. 37.34 is a really good entry, down to about $36 a share. So everything's looking quite bearish on Oracle. However, we do have the bullish trade set up at $40.12 above this resistance level and above this old swing high established earlier in March. Finally, to conclude with, we have TJX. Now TJX, we have again bidirectional trade triggers. 59.78 did not trigger. Friday, some really good volume came in, which is really good to see. I've been sort of humming and hawing as to whether I want to place a trigger here above these old swing highs, and really the answer is no based on risk reward. So what I'm going to do is leave this up here about 64.51 above these old resistance levels, and that'll really confirm a bullish breakout if in fact it does occur on ticker symbol TJX. So thanks a lot for joining me in this analysis update, this analysis class. We've recapped I think 30 or 40 shares over the past 4 videos. If you have any questions, send them through to the comment box and I will reply instantly or as soon as I actually get that notification. All the best, everyone. I'll catch you during the week for some more midweek market updates. Goodbye.